Hello guys, my name is Alexandra, I'm a dance teacher and today I'm going to teach you how to improvise. So why improvisation is so important in dance? Because at some point you need to create your own dance and it's super scary. I know when I was a kid I was super scared and I was super shy to improvise because you always think that there are some rules. You can be judged by people, by your choreographers of your improvisation dance, but in improvisation you just express your feelings through movements and there are no special rules in improvisation. So I can put different images into my own dance and that's what we're gonna do today. I'm not going to talk about some choreographers who developed this technique a lot because I really love them and I would like to tell you, but this time we will do practice. At this point I should tell you about Rodolphe von Laban. He was a German choreographer who developed a system of elements of movement. According to his system of movement there are 4 elements on which every movement is like the basics of each movement is these 4 elements. It's space, time, weight and flow. For example, when we are just walking, according to this system, first is, for example, time. We can walk from one point to another quickly or we can walk slowly. Second is weight. For example, we can fall down just heavily, just like this, or we can fall down beautiful, just like this. Third element is space. For example, we can walk from the point A to the point B, just straight, or we can walk it like a zigzag, something like this. So we can use our space somehow as we want. And the 4th element is flow. So it's you can do every movement so smoothly, like waves, you know, or you can do it roughly. And now we're going to play with 4 elements. So when I will tell you walking, you can walk according to these 4 elements. You know, you can walk just around, using the space around you. You can walk slowly, using the time, or you can walk quickly in different directions. You can walk smoothly, or you can walk roughly as a robot. You can also use weight, as you can walk like an elephant, or you can walk as a ballerina and dancer. Let's start walking. Just walk around, explore your space. I'm not judging you. It's a recorded version. I don't even see you, but I hope you understand your task. Just walk, no rules. Walk around, using your space, using the time you walk, using the flow and using your weight of body. Great. Now, next word is wave. Waves. Imagine yourself as a wave. And you can do waves with your hands or with the whole body. Or you can imagine yourself as a wave and just as an ocean. Also, while doing waves, do it in 4 elements of Laban: time, space, weight, and flow. Great! Now we're gonna imagine that we have a ball in our hands, an imaginary ball. And we will play with this ball. We will play with it somehow. But your task is that this ball is super important and it should be not ruined. It should be always in your hands. You can do whatever you want with it, but it should be in your hand. Now we're gonna use the technique of William Forsythe, that you can express every movement in each geometric figure, and in lines, in some circles, triangulars, or so on. So for example, if I want to draw a circle with my body parts, I can draw it with my finger, but it's super easy, you know? Yeah, I can draw it with my hand, which is also not very difficult, and not difficult but creative. Or I can draw it, for example, with my shoulder, which is like, wow. Or I can create it with my knee. I can draw it. Or I can draw it with my ear. Or with my nose. And I draw with my nose not even circle. I can draw a triangular. I can draw each geometric figure I want. Everything I want I can draw. And also I can put some lines in the air. Just imagine that you are drawing in the air. Just go on with your imagination and draw everything you want with different body parts, with like your feet, nose, with your head. And also these circles or other geometric figures can be small, super tiny, or can be giant. Great! Now imagine that you are a wet dog. It's shaking up all the water from itself. So imagine yourself as this wet dog and shake it out. Next technique is martlogram technique. It's contraction and release. So you can contract and release each body part and in each movement. The most basic example is that we contract and release like that. Or you contract your arm and release. You can contract like the whole body and release. Just try to contract and release. Contract and release. Contract and release. Contract and release. And now we're going to explore the floor. Fall and recover, which is also a different improvisation technique. So you can fall down and recover. Fall down and recover. But be very gentle, please. Don't harm yourself. Fall and recover. At some point, stay at the floor. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna imagine that we want to wash the floor with our different body parts. The most not creative way of how you can wash the floor is by your hands, right? Like this. But we will be more creative and we will wash the floor with our, for example, feet, with our shoulder, or with the head, with our knees, and we will combine everything. So you can wash with your head and knees, and then feet, and then shoulder and back, and then again feet, and your wrists, elbows, feet. So go on and wash your floor. Great, so now we know different improvisation techniques. So quickly remind few of them. First we use is walking, and we also know that there are 4 elements of movement, which is time, space, weight and flow. So the first one is walking. Second one we used waves. You can imagine yourself as a wave or just do some waves with your body. Then we did falls and recovers. We imagined ourselves as a wet dog. And now it's time to combine each of these techniques into one improvisation dance. So for example, I can start with walking, then I can jump a little bit, and then I can contract and release, and I can fall and recover, and then I can be like a wet dog, and then again release, and then I can imagine that I have all my hands, and for example, again contract and release, and this dance with walking. So it's up to you, you can choose whatever technique you want. That's how modern dance can be created. Use your imagination and these improvisation techniques to create your own dance. There are no rules, nobody can judge you because it's your own dance. You created it. Nobody could create the dance like you. You are special, you are unique, and I want you to always remind yourself of this, that you are good enough to dance, you are good enough to perform your own improvisation dance, and you're just perfect as the way you are. Let's hug ourselves, and I'm super grateful that you all did it today, that you watched my class and used these techniques. I wish you only success. Don't stop dancing and don't stop believing in yourself. Bye.